I feel like so many people have things they want to do and they either don't take the opportunity or they don't believe in themselves enough to do it. I love doing it. It's not even work when I come in here.
Brian's Apple Golden Local. I don't have much need for a haircut anymore, going bald here. Usually a pair of clippers does it, but I was looking through my Instagram feed a couple of weeks ago, and this guy, the Concrete Barber, showed up, posting pictures of him at his shop. And I wanted to see what the allure was of the barbershop and if it's still like it used to be. So let's head out. Gonna grab my coat. You know the sign, you know the barber pole here. All those old TV shows where all the guys would go to the barbershop, you go with your dad, you go with as a kid, and it'd be a place to just sit and be a guy for a little bit. Let's go check out and see if DJ still has that going on. I'm here at the Barbershop New Image Salon where DJ does his stuff. So I'm gonna sit down, we're just gonna have a discussion with DJ and get some of this hair taken off.
Well, thank you for coming in today.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me.
This is cool.
Yeah, no, like I said, like I was saying, I saw your pictures on Instagram, and I think a friend of mine had liked you or something, and so I was like, okay, what's this guy's deal?
Okay, how do you like your haircut?
When I normally get it, I get it just clippered straight. How long have you been here?
I've been here since June of 2017. I got my license in May of 2017. So it's new to me still. I poured concrete for Bender's Construction here in town for 17 years? No, 15 years.
Okay.
And my body got to the point where it was saying, hey, you might want to do something different. And with me being in the Marines, I had the GI Bill to go to school with, and so I finally decided that I wanted to do something with that and go. So I went to barber school, and that was in Fort Wayne.
Okay.
So Bender's Construction worked with me on that. They said that they supported me and wanted to see me fulfill, my dreams and something I wanted to do, and so they let me off work to do that. So I would work from 6 to noon, and I get off at noon, and I go home and I would clean up, and then I would work, and then I would drive to Fort Wayne at 2 o'clock, get there about 4, and go to school from 4 to 9 at night. I did that 5 days a week for 18 months. Yeah, so it was a commitment. Because I had known I'd wanted to do it, barber for a while, and the only schools in Fort Wayne are Kalamazoo.
Okay.
And so I always found a reason why it wasn't feasible. I'd say I got to my midlife crisis at 30, 31, and finally I said, I'm going for it. I mean, if I don't go for it now, I'm never going to do it.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Why my barber? Like you've just been thinking about that, or what?
Well, I had never really, I'd always enjoyed going to the barber growing up with my grandpa, and I always thought that was cool. But I'd never really thought about it as actually something that people went to school for or went to go do. Mm-hmm. And before I went to Afghanistan, or while I was in Afghanistan, one of my buddies had just gotten done with the barber school, and he cut everybody's hair the whole deployment. And so just talking with him, I knew, I was like, man, if I ever not pour concrete, I'm going to go be a barber. And after he made me realize that it was actually something that you could do. So then it was always in my head that that's what I was going to do. And when I finally decided that, okay, I want to actually go through with this and make it happen, make it a reality. And I started digging into the GI Bill and that kind of stuff. And I found out that the GI Bill that I was eligible for came with a stipend to go to, while you're going to school.
Oh wow, cool.
So that stipend made it possible for me to miss the hours at work pouring concrete.
Okay.
And make the drive to Fort Wayne and still be able to pay my bills and do what I needed to do to live. And so once I found that, I was like, cool.
Yeah, no.
I'm doing this.
Yeah.
So I asked work, hey, you want me to quit or you want me to be done at noon every day? They said, oh, just be done at noon every day.
That's cool.
You might just have to drive to the job sites. And so I was like, all right, that's no problem. So that's what I did, and finally this past May, I graduated, got my license, and
So how's it been?
it's been good.
Yeah.
It has been steadily getting better. My first weekend here, I did 2 haircuts in 3 days.
Oh boy.
So there's a lot of just okay. You know, in my mind, I thought, oh man, I know a lot of people in Goshen, born and raised. You know, everybody will be coming for me to get a haircut. No, it was a reality check. I thought, okay, I got to actually, build this a little bit, and so it has been consistently getting better. And
So you talked about like going with your grandpa, you said?
yep.
So what do you remember about that?
Well, we went to Scott's, just right over here on 4.
Okay.
Grandpa was an auctioneer, and he was always up early. Dwight Miller was his name. So I remember going in there at 5 or 6 in the morning and getting our hair cut.
Wow.
Yeah. Remember talking to Paul Scott was always, he was into politics and that kind of stuff. So I remember Grandpa and them talking about politics. They're both conservatives, and it was, yeah, the old chairs, the blue light, just the smell of the barbershop, and it was just that nostalgia.
Do you feel like you've been able to not necessarily recreate it, but kind of find some of that nostalgia again on the other side?
I think so. Yeah, it is fun to sit here and listen to people say, "Oh man, we've been looking for that, and we've needed that." Especially in certain settings, people's walls will come down and they'll open up to you, and I think this is one of them that is that.
Whether some of the conversations like, in here, and like, what's that like being able to just talk to people?
It's awesome. I get to meet people from, all walks of life that, normally I probably wouldn't talk about, or I wouldn't know, what they do. And then people that work in the factory, which I've never worked in the factory, so I get a chance to, well, how does the factory life work? And they tell me how it works, and I pour a lot of concrete there, and I see it, but I don't know what's actually going on. So then I can go in there and it's like, oh, I know what they're doing now. Yeah, and I think that's probably the best way to put it is when somebody comes in to sit down, basically they're more or less they're comfortable. I'm walking them out in their shoes in a half hour while they tell me what's going on. As they come back more and I build that relationship, then I get to know more.
Yeah.
That's short enough?
Yeah.
Okay.
Walk me through the process a little bit here.
Okay, so what we do, first we put the hot towel on, and that is going to open your pores up. And the blade is the roughest part against your skin, so we want to put as much protection against your skin that we can. So this is just going to be some warm shave cream.
So what's the art to good shave? I've always just used the electric razor, so.
Okay. Really, I mean, it's all about the preparation, I think. Getting the skin prepared properly. And the other biggest key when you're shaving anywhere is just stretching the skin. You get the most cuts and nicks when your skin isn't prepared properly, and then you don't stretch the skin tight enough. So this is a straight razor. And this is what we use in Indiana now, because you can't use the traditional yet, so we change the blade each time.
Oh yeah.
It's nice. We don't have to hone and strop and everything else to keep. We always got a nice blade.
So do you foresee doing this full time, or?
Yeah, that's the dream. That's is what I'm working towards. Is building this to be this is my sole occupation. It's about taking those steps and going through the process, and I'm loving just getting the opportunity to go through the process and learn all this stuff. And I feel like so many people have things they want to do and they either don't take the opportunity or they don't believe in themselves enough to do it. So the fact that I'm living it.
Oh yeah, no, it's inspirational for me.
Heads towards me. That I mean I don't know what I'm doing half the time about the business side of it or how I'm going to get there. I just feel comfortable enough in myself that man, I'm going to screw this thing up totally, but then I'm going to learn from it. So if I learn from it, then What else can I ask for? When people say, "Oh, you still having fun?" I'm like, "Oh, that's great. I love doing it. It's not even work when I come in here. You know, get up at 5 o'clock on Saturday mornings and come to work. I'm like, I can't wait for Saturday morning. It'll be
Cool.
get up, get some coffee going, come in here to the shop, get to meet people.
All right, I want to say thanks to DJ for the haircut. It's that's smooth. I'm still bald, but hey, it looks good. So don't be afraid to get out into your community, going local. I just want you to see that you can have adventures. You don't have to go far and wide. I'm 2 blocks down the street, and if you want to get your hair cut, get a nice shave from DJ, the information will be down in the description below. You can look them up on Instagram, Concrete Barber. And anyways, if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you liked it enough, share it. And also like the page so that you can get more stories like this. I've got more plans to go around the community and have more adventures. Thanks for watching.